Hey guys, welcome to today's video, and in today's video I'll be showing you how to make a bed like this, where when we click we have a smooth transition to the pillow and we get a widget telling us how to sleep. When I click on the specific key I can go to sleep, and this will also trigger a variable change, and then I can click again to get up. Let's get into it. So the first thing you need to do is import your static mesh. Then you want to right click in the content browser, click on blueprint class and select actor, and we're just going to call this pp_bed. So double click to open. I'm going to full screen it, and then you want to drag in your static mesh into the side panel over here, and then you want to scale it up. So for me, I'm going to set it to 2, compile and save. Then I'm also going to add a camera, just like that, and then I'm going to rotate it and place it in the location where the pillow would be. So I think this is good for what I want. I'm going to compile and save. Now the top over here where it says bp_bed and self, in the details panel I'm going to look for tag, and we're going to add a tag, and we're just going to call this bed. So compile and save. Next I'm going to right click and then scroll down to user interface and click on widget blueprint. Then I'm going to click on user widget. I'm just going to call this w_interact or w_sleep. I'm going to double click to open that. Full screen. I'm going to get a canvas panel. And then I'm going to scale it up to the largest screen size, this one. Compile and save. And then I'm going to get a text box. First I'm going to click on size to context and alignment 0.5, which basically makes the alignment to the center of the text box. I'm going to put the anchor to the center and then set position Y to about 300 or even 400. I'm just going to set this to whatever key you want. So I'm going to use the 5 key, for example. So press 5 to sleep. Then I'm going to scale that up a little bit. Then you can change your font or whatever. So I'm going to leave it like this, and I'm going to compile and save. So next you want to go to your BP first person character and go to wherever you have your line trace logic. Then go to wherever your last branch was, and out of false I'm going to create another branch. And the condition is going to be actor has tag. The tag is going to be bed. Then the target is we're going to drag this all the way up over here to the break hit result over here, and the target is going to be hit actor. So out of the true we're going to get a flip flop. Then out of the A value, first we're going to get player controller. And we're going to set view target with blend. Plug that into A, and the new view target, so we're going to scroll up, and it's going to be the same hit actor from the break hit result. So we'll scroll, and then also we're going to get set ignore move input and set ignore look input. So we just want to tick both of these. To compile and save. Then also the next thing you need to do is create another variable called isInBed. So this variable is important, so make sure to create it. And then we're going to call it delay. Then the duration is going to be whatever we set as this blend time. So if I set it as 2 seconds, for example, I'm just going to make it a little bit more, so 2.01. And then out of completed, I'm going to set the isInBed variable, set that to true. So I'm just going to duplicate all of this. So I'm just going to copy and paste it at the bottom, and then plug that into B over here. And the new view target is going to be get player pawn. And then I'm going to uncheck these and uncheck this as well. And that should pretty much be it. So the next thing we need to do is we need to spawn the widget. So I'm going to, out of the A value over here, I'm going to create widget. And the class is going to be the widget that we created over here. So for me it's widget sleep, so widget sleep here, and then I'm going to add to viewport. So I'm going to compile and save. And then out of this one I'm just going to get all actors of class. So out of the B value, get all widgets of class, get all widgets of class. The class is going to be this one, widget_sleep. Then out of found widgets, we're going to do a for each loop. Then we're going to, out of array element, remove from parent, plug that into loop body. So the next thing we need to do is, so whichever key, so I selected the 5 key to sleep, so I'm just going to look for that. So here, keyboard events 5. Then out of pressed, first we're going to get a branch. And then the branch is going to be is in bed, so it's going to be this variable, plug that into the condition. So, and if they're in bed, we're going to get player camera manager. Then we're going to start camera fade from alpha 0 to alpha 1, and then the duration I'm going to set 2 seconds, and I'm going to also, you can fade audio if you want, make sure to do hold when finished. And then we want to call a delay, so it has to be at least more than this, so I'm going to set it for 4. Then I'm just going to copy and paste this, and then set it from alpha, instead of 0 to 1, I'm going to set it from alpha 1 to alpha 0. Compile and save. And then if you want, you can set the has left variable. If you have this or need any functionality, you can put it over here. And we also want to get a do once, so it just doesn't keep on repeating, because I'm assuming you would only want to sleep once, but if you would need to sleep it multiple times, you just want to plug the reset like this. The final thing we need to do is over here, out of the do once, we're also going to pretty much copy this. So get all widgets of W sleep for each loop and remove from parent. So I'm going to copy that and paste that over here. Then I'm going to plug this into completed, and then out of completed over here, we're going to start the camera fade. So compile and save, and now we can test this out. So I've got my bed into the world, and when I click, as you can see, I'm moving, and then I get the widget. So when I click on the widget, I can sleep now, and I can wake up, and then I can click again, and I'm out of the bed. So thank you guys for watching. If you like more cool tutorials like how to make this chair or this radio, make sure to watch my other videos, and thank you guys.